What's up, guys? Stas here. So we're going to break down SoFi stock in this video. You all know the drill. We'll break down the charts, key levels, how the stock's been doing as of late. And in this video, I want to cover their financials, do a quick little update on the financials, and break down their earnings estimates because, guys, I'm not sure if you knew, SoFi is scheduled to report earnings later this month. So we have a lot to break down in this video. If y'all find value, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And, guys, don't forget to get up to 16 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000. It is literally free money. Just use that link down below or go to stassurfest.com/Moomoo. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into it. So it's currently about what time is it? 4:10. So the market's closed literally 10 minutes ago. And all the indexes, believe it or not, well, it's actually not that hard to believe considering how volatile the markets have been. Well, all the indexes ended up going down except for the Russell, which barely went up. It only went up 2 points. But other than that, we had the NASDAQ down 0.4%, the S&P went down 0.1%, and the Dow leaned a little bit to the red, although it pretty much broke even. So it was one of those days for the markets, but SoFi actually had a pretty good green day, up 2.4%, up 18 cents, and it built on the gains. Actually, did it even go up yesterday? Looks like it slightly went green yesterday. Either way, it built on the gains from yesterday, and you guys can see now we're starting to get a golden cross on the 5-day, 5-minute. We're above the moving averages, and we actually took out the highs from yesterday. And mind you, yesterday at close, we took out the highs from yesterday morning, barely, but we did. So it looks like we're slowly starting to put in, I'm not sure what you guys think. I mean, this is what I think here, right? All my opinion, but it looks like we're slowly starting to put in some higher lows here. We took out the highs again from yesterday and the day before by the looks of it. Actually, no, not completely from the day before, but either way, it looks like we're getting a bit of a reversal here on SoFi. We also have an inverse head and shoulders on this 5-day, 5-minute. You guys see the left shoulder here, the head, the right shoulder right here. So this looks like it is starting to turn back to the upside, but not fully quite yet, obviously. As you guys can see on the 20-day chart, we're now approaching, well, we're at a big resistance here at the 180 SMA, which actually we failed at just a couple of days ago, earlier this month, and it looks like at the end of last month we failed at about $8. $8.15, $8.20, right by that moving average. So it is actually imperative in the short term, if you're a bull at least, that SoFi breaks 775, 825, at least in my opinion. So let me set some alerts there. I'll put one at mark is at we're above $8, and I'll do another one at, let's see here, guys. Mark is at we're above $8.25. Let me do that now. There we go. And we'll see if we can break above again the 180 SMA on this 1-hour chart and the highs from a couple of days ago. If we do that, the bulls will slowly start to gain an edge again. But right now, I'm not going to lie, guys, even though we had a green day today, it is still, SoFi is at a vulnerable spot right now, to be honest, at least in my opinion, because we could easily get rejected here again, like we got rejected a couple of days ago, and then SoFi could be dumping right back down to the low sevens, dare I say under $7. That is the real risk right now with SoFi. So before we talk about the 4-hour time frame and look at the grand scheme of things here, let me pop up the Safari tab quickly and show you guys some numbers here when it comes to SoFi stock. So we haven't done this in a while, and since I think the last time we've done it, SoFi's come down a lot. Their market cap obviously has come down a lot as the stock price has come down. So right now their market cap is at $7.26 billion. So a pretty decent sized company. Obviously not a massive company, but by no means is SoFi a teeny tiny small company, right? It's kind of in that $7 to $10 billion range. That's where it's been hovering over the past couple of months. And of course, the beta is almost a 2. It's way more volatile than the overall markets. We all know that. I mean, geez, 1.89 beta. That's the 5-year monthly, right? Coming down a little bit more. EPS trailing 12 months is negative 23 cents, according to Yahoo Finance here. Sometimes it's funky. Some other sources have it a little bit different. You guys know how that goes. But here, the way they're pulling the data, 23 cents in the red, EPS trailing 12 months. And for whatever it's worth, Yahoo Finance has them at overvalued, although I don't really put much I don't really put much into that. It is what it is. I don't really care what they say, but it is interesting to see the overvalued meter here. It's pretty much all the way to the right. But either way, guys, look, market cap $7.26 billion, and I believe their earnings, let me actually double check here on Thinkorswim. They're at the end of this month. Let me actually see here, guys. The 30th I was looking at. Yeah, right now they're scheduled for October 30th at 7 a.m. So in the morning is when they're projected to report. So let me actually show you here what the estimates for this, this report coming up are for EPS, for revenue, all that good stuff. So based on 15 analysts, you guys can see on average, they're looking to do -7 cents EPS. So they're looking to lose money on this quarter. You guys can see right here. So -7 cents. The low estimate is -10 cents, and the high estimate has them at break even, literally zero. You guys can see right here. And a year ago, they lost 9 cents on the quarter. So, I mean, pretty much right in line with what they're projected to lose here on average, which again is 7 cents for the quarter. And coming down here a little bit more, guys, based on 12 analysts, you can see right here. Average estimate for revenue, $513 million. Low estimate, $465 million. High estimate, $529 million. And a year ago, they did $419 million of sales, and that's growth of 22% year over year. You guys can see that number right here, guys. So pretty good, I would say. I mean, not as great of growth as what we saw maybe a couple years ago or a year or two ago, whatever. But still, 22% is fairly good projected here for sales growth. And EPS could be better, but pretty much right in line with what they did a year ago. And let me actually pop up their financials very quickly here, guys. Give me a quick second here. Wrong tab. We don't want to see the conversations in this video, guys. But let me pull up the financials. Of course, they're growing revenue over time. We all know that, from $444 million roughly in 2019. Now, trailing 12 months, it's at $1.8 billion. Awesome. And the balance sheet is what I want to look at here, guys. Total assets right around $19 billion. Total liabilities right around 13.5, it looks like here. Let's see here. Total liabilities. We got $7.3 billion of deposits, payables, and accrued expenses, $516 million. Let's see here. Total assets, how that's broken down. Let's see. Cash equivalents, right around $2 billion, it looks like. For SoFi, actually, let's break that down a little bit more. Cash and cash equivalents, $1.4 billion. And then we have restricted cash and investments, it looks like, at $424 million. So interesting there, guys. I don't want to go too deep into that. But overall, guys, that's a quick rundown here on SoFi stock. Let me actually pull it up here on what's it called? Thinkorswim again, and we can see the longer time frames here. What we're noticing is obviously that Head and Shoulders is still intact. I mean, that's going to be intact, it seems like, for a while. Each time it tries to break the neckline, it fails to do so, which is a little bit frustrating for the bulls. But you guys got to realize we're still up massively, considering the stock was at $4 or $5 back in May. A lot of people tend to forget that. The stock's still up big time, but it is also down at the same time 35% in the past 2.5 months. So it's kind of at a spot where it's like, all right, what direction are we going to pick? Do we start going back down to the mid sixes, $6, or do we just reverse here at about $7.50, $8 and start pushing again? I mean, at this point, guys, it's anybody's best guess. This chart does not look, it's clearly in the favor of the bears right now. But you guys know how that goes with SoFi stock and stocks in general. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. And here on the 3-year chart, let me show you this. It still looks like we're reversing to the upside, and this is simply just a pullback. We're actually right at the 180 SMA right now on the 3-year chart. So what do you guys think? Do we, jump off this or bounce off that and start pushing $8 again plus? Time will tell. This spot right here, this window, I would say between $6.50 to $7.50, this is the moment of truth, at least the way I'm looking at it here for the bulls. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe as well and follow me on X at Stas Talk Stocks. And don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo, guys. It is free money. Just use that link down below or go to StasSurfest.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with your initial $100 deposit. You get 5 stocks right off the bat and fund it with that at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And mind you, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. And fund your account at least $5,000 for a limited time. You also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Google stock on top of those 15 stocks you already got. So use that link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you later.